Hi there, future scientists and math wizards. Welcome to Smile Road. I'm Sir M, and I created this channel just for you, senior high school students looking to make science and math easier, clearer, and yes, even more fun. On Smile Road, we explore exciting lessons in general science, solve real life problems in general mathematics, and learn how these subjects connect to the world around us, from floating boats to your monthly budget. Each meeting I'll guide you through lessons using simple explanations, real life examples, and even a few challenges to keep your brain sharp. Whether you're reviewing for exams, catching up on class topics, or just curious about how the world works, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you won't miss any of our learning adventures here on Smile Road. So, are you ready to start this journey with me? Let's walk the road of knowledge with a smile. Our topic for today is adapting and mitigating climate change impacts on local biodiversity. Our topic for today is adapting and mitigating climate change impacts on local biodiversity. And this is Quarter 3, Biology, Lesson 11. Intended Learning Outcomes. By the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to explain the interconnectedness of climate change and biodiversity laws, recognizing how they are a dual crisis. Differentiate between climate change mitigation, reducing the causes, and adaptation, adjusting to the effects, and how they apply. Letter C. Identify specific climate change impacts on local ecosystems and species, such as habitat shifts, extreme weather events, and changes in species behavior. Letter D. Formulate and propose a range of mitigation and adaptation strategies that can be implemented at the local level to protect biodiversity. And letter E, evaluate the potential co-benefits and trade-offs of different solutions, considering their effects on both climate and biodiversity. Local biodiversity solutions. Protecting local biodiversity from climate change requires a two-pronged approach: mitigation to address the root cause by reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and adaptation to help ecosystems and species cope with the changes already happening. Neither strategy alone is sufficient. They must be implemented together for the most effective results. Mitigation, slowing the pace of change. Mitigation strategies focus on decreasing the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, protecting and restoring local ecosystems is one of the powerful and cost-effective ways to do this. These are often called nature-based solution (NBS) because they leverage the natural power of ecosystems. Letter A. Reforestation and afforestation. Forests are major carbon sinks, absorbing and storing large amounts of carbon dioxide. Reforesting degraded areas and planting new forests, afforestation on previously unforested land can significantly reduce atmospheric carbon while simultaneously creating new habitats for local wildlife. Wetland and mangrove restoration. Coastal ecosystems like wetlands, seagrass meadow, and mangroves are incredibly efficient at sequestering carbon, often at rates higher than terrestrial forests. Restoring these areas not only helps mitigate climate change but also provides natural buffers against storm surges and coastal erosion, protecting local communities. Letter C. Promoting sustainable land management. This involves practices that reduce carbon emissions from land use. For example, in agriculture, regenerative farming techniques like, no-till farming and cover cropping can improve soil health, increase carbon storage in the soil, and reduce the need for synthetic fertilizers. Adaptation, building resilience. Adaptation strategies aim to help ecosystems and species become more resilient to the inevitable impacts of a changing climate. These actions are crucial for giving biodiversity a fighting chance, protecting and expanding habitat corridors. As temperature rise, many species are forced to mitigate to higher latitudes or elevations to find suitable climates. Habitat corridors are strips of protected land that connect fragmented habitats, allowing species to move safely and adapt their ranges. This is critical for preventing local extinction. creating climate refuges. Identify and protect areas that are naturally resilient to climate change, such as forests at higher elevations, deep river valleys, or certain coastal areas. These climate refuges can provide long-term havens for vulnerable species. Ecosystem-based adaptation. This approach uses nature services to help communities adapt to climate impacts. For example, restoring a floodplain and allowing it to flood naturally can protect a downstream town from extreme floods. Number 3, restoring coral reefs can protect coastlines from wave action. And letter D, restoring native and climate-ready species. In restoration projects, it's important to plant native vegetation that is well suited to the changing climate. Number 2, this can involve planting drought-resistant or heat-tolerant species from other parts of a region to ensure the ecosystem remains healthy and functional in the future. Synergies and local action. The most effective solutions often combine mitigation and adaptation, creating synergies that benefit both climate and biodiversity. For example, restoring a coastal wetland, an adaptation strategy to protect against storms, also acts as a carbon sink, a mitigation strategy. Learners can propose ways to adapt and mitigate by focusing on local actions they can take or advocate for. This could include A. Participating in local tree planting or habitat restoration projects. Letter B. Advocating for local government policies that protect green spaces and promote green infrastructure. Letter C. Supporting and collaborating with local conservation groups, indigenous communities, and farmers who are already implementing these strategies. This is our second intended learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to A. Explain the importance of protecting biodiversity in the face of climate change. Identify local strategies and practices that help reduce the impact of climate change on ecosystems and species. Propose practical adaptation and mitigation measures to protect local biodiversity in their communities. Evaluate the effectiveness of both individual and collective actions in safeguarding biodiversity against climate change threats.